Lately, I've been putting so many hours into Pokemon Pokopia and Claude Code, and then I realized that they actually shared a lot of similarities. Hear me out, because this could probably be the weirdest but entertaining Claude Code tutorial if you've been curious about using Claude and building some awesome things like the way people have been creating some insane builds in Pokemon Pokopia. I even built this, a Pokedex of viral YouTube frameworks using only Claude Code. It tells me which frameworks to use for some video ideas along with examples in a cool Pokédex fashion. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how, because every concept in Claude Code maps to something you've already done in Pokopia. And no, you don't need to know how to code. I write 0 lines myself. I just talk to Claude like it's a teammate and it builds the thing. In Pokopia, you wake up as this blob named Ditto. Ditto's whole power is mimicry. Then you meet Bulbasaur and suddenly you could grow plants. You meet Squirtle, you could shoot water. And some Pokemon you befriend along the way gives you new abilities. You don't fight them in this game, you just recruit them. This is sort of like Claude. Quick context in case you never opened up Claude Code. It's a tool that lives in your terminal. You describe what you want in plain English and it does it. Literally anything you could imagine. It builds apps, writes the scripts, reads your files, ships the thing. You don't tell Claude what to do, you tell Claude who to be. A front-end dev? Done. A copywriter? Done. A researcher who reads every paper on tariff policy? Fucking Ditto will do it with no hesitation. The skill isn't mimicry. The skill is the choice. Same with Claude. Anyone can open it up, type, build me an app, but that's not a skill. The skill is knowing which Claude.md to summon for the job. So here's the thing about Pokopia. You don't just walk up to a Pokemon and recruit them. You have to build a habitat first in order for them to appear. You plant the right grass, you set up a little spot where they could hang out, and then, they stick around. Your Claude.md file is the habitat. It's a single file you drop in your project that tells Claude who you are, what you're building, what your stack is, what your rules are, and what kind of Ditto you need it to be today. No Claude.md is like a confused Bulbasaur stuck at a parking lot. With this, Claude shows up prepared. It already knows your code base and how to execute. It's basically your instruction manual. In Claude Code, you don't write code. You build a Claude.md, set up your skills folder, structure, and Claude shows up with the right abilities. Here's where it gets fun. In Pokopia, like I said, the more Pokemon you recruit, the more abilities and access to other tools you unlock. By the end of this game, your Ditto is a Swiss Army knife with a face. This is exactly what MCPs and skills do for Claude. An MCP is a model context protocol. It's kind of like a Pokemon you befriended in the game. You connect Notion and Claude can read your notes. You connect Figma and Claude can pull your designs. You connect Gmail, your Drive, your calendar, your code base, whatever. Each one is a new ability to do different things. Skills are similar but a little different. Skills are like training your Pokemon to do something specific. Like this dude right here, Scyther. You have Scyther who knows when you bring him a pile of small logs, he could turn them into lumber while you go do something else. You drop the logs, you walk away, you come back, the lumber is ready for you to build whatever you want with it. Skills are folders of instructions Claude reads when a relevant task comes up. Building a dock, Claude pulls in the dock skill. Making a presentation, it pulls in the necessary skill for that to make the design look nice. You don't have to tell it, it just shows up with the right ability. Okay, time to talk about the most Pokemon thing in Claude Code. In every Pokemon game ever made, every move has PP, but not that kind of PP. This stands for power points. You use Water Gun a few times, it costs some power points to execute until you run out of it, and Water Gun is gone until you rest. It's the game's way of saying, hey, you need to slow down. Claude has the same system, we just call them tokens. Every prompt you send costs tokens. Every response Claude gives back costs tokens. Every file it reads, every tool it calls, every time it thinks before answering, tokens. And some require more depending on the complexity of what you're trying to do. And just like PP, you've got a budget. Hit the cap and Claude stops responding until the timer resets. Have you ever been deep in a build and then suddenly hit the you reached your limit? Congrats, you just ran out of PP. Alright guys, let's bring it all together. Remember the Pokédex from earlier? Here it is. It basically gives you viral YouTube frameworks. Hook, list, story, compare, tutorial, contrarian. Each one has a card with stats, HP, attack, defense, speed, similar to a Pokédex. This is based on how that format actually performs. You could filter by type, tap a card to get more information about each framework. If we get into our Claude project, you can see here that in the left, we have the folder structure along with the Claude.md that instructs it how to set it up. And because you watch the whole thing, it's yours free. All you have to do is download it in our school community, and the entire Pokedex folder, the Claude.md, the prompts I use, all of it is yours so you could try it for your own videos. When you set it up, the Claude.md will ask you a handful of questions about your niche and your channel. Then it will rewrite all the 12 frameworks examples to match what you actually post. So you're not getting my Pokedex, you're getting yours, customized in just a few seconds. So go build your habitat, go recruit your team, and like this video if you got any value from it. Don't forget to subscribe too for more content on how to build awesome things for your own brand or business. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.